it a skinny shot. Like we make fun of people that do that. And we don't want people that just want a skinny shot.
So I have to tell you guys a quick story. And I know you might know this name. Your team will not. But so I used to own gyms. And I used to own gyms in Huntington Beach, California. It's a really competitive market. And this guy opens up a gym down the street from me, young guy. I was like 28. He's like 22. He opens up a gym and starts running these free 6-week challenges where you had to lose 20 pounds. It was $500, but if you lost 20 pounds, you got your money back. And I talked so much trash on these because I had my degree and I was sophisticated and all this stuff. Well, then he opened another gym in the town. So now he has 2 and I got 1. I'm still talking trash. And every once in a while I'd get one of his old clients that was like, screw that guy. So I'm like, yeah, see, he is bad. Within a year, he had 5 gyms. I've got 1. Long story short, if you YouTube or Google or whatever, the guy's name is Alex Hormozy.
Oh my God, Alex! Yeah, I didn't know that story. I knew you had worked with Alex.
So yeah, so I won't lie. When Alex started getting big, I had a little pride because I competed with him, and I was better, right? But he opened 5 gyms and then sold them and did all this stuff, and so that was the biggest lesson I had to learn was like, what you say to get people in the door doesn't matter as much. Now, if they come in and you're like, all you got to do is take this skinny shot and you're going to lose weight, then you are very unethical and absolutely. But if that's what got them to come in, and you can hear them, build trust. Let them realize you know what you're talking about, that they can see you care, and you give them what they need, it's okay. And it's like everyone's done this. You've given your kid sugar in their cold medicine, or you do something like that. Like you give them a little bit of what they want and a little bit of what they need. People don't click on the ad that says responsible, healthy, slow weight loss. Like it doesn't work. It's just marketing. Think about no one signs. Do you ever see an ad for the regular, slow and steady money makeover? It's the extreme money makeover. People need these things. So we don't want to make false claims, but we also want to be very, very aware of what people are doing. Now, same thing like I love HRT therapy for my providers on here. No one even knows they have a hormone problem. So if you put on there, hey, come do HRT, some people do, and most people don't know what that is. My number one HRT client runs this same campaign because people come in, they want to lose weight, and when they get in there, he screens them and he's like, oh, you have mood swings, you have irregular cycles, your libido's down. They thought it was from weight loss, and so now they come in and they go to HRT. So whatever this person comes in for, and if you guys are offering different services, you can put them in any direction you want, but the goal is just to get them in, to talk to you and show what's up, and be ethical. Now, another thing I didn't say is I would probably put a sign up or even just make it to where if they aren't signing up, be like, hey, before you leave, you get your $20 skinny shot. Do you want a B12 shot? If you leave us a review or take a social media post, we'll give you a B12 shot. Now that person that walked in, you got paid, you got a testimonial or review, but they have to do it right there with you because they want their shot. And so over the next month, you run this campaign, you have 100 more Google reviews. You have 100 more screenshots in your social media. Have them taking a selfie with your nurse. Make it fun and attractive. So even these cheap people, as your staff's going to call them, the ones that don't sign up, they still built the business somehow. They still helped. And the last thing is for your provider, the path that I like to take, because I don't know what kind of body fat tester you have, but when someone walks in, the first thing I'll do is I have a pre-sale questionnaire I like to have them fill out that kind of goes to their goals a little bit. But I take them to the body fat scale. Like I love the InBody, but I want to see where their BMI is. Now, peptides typically going to need a certain BMI to get them on that. If they're not a candidate for that, then they're going to go a different route. So what I'll do is based on the BMI, I'll be like, oh, yeah, you're actually a candidate for our semaglutide program. Or, oh, hey, your BMI is lower. You just kind of got that. We got to tone up a little bit. You'd be a good candidate for our blank program. And so you can have these options of like a $5.99 semaglutide program for a month or a $2.99 10-pack of Lipo-Cs. It doesn't matter which one it is. But this is where I'm also saying be ethical, because there are a lot of people right now. It's like, you want to lose weight? Semaglutide is the way to go. No, I know where they're at, but that's just that brings them in and gets that thing. But once they get on the scale and they realize they've got to lose 30, 40, 50 pounds of fat, they're so much more open to like, all right, let's talk. Let's figure this thing out. And most of them have never met with someone in the medical space for this. So that's kind of the overall of this program is the goal is we're going to get the people in the door. You're going to love on them. You're going to listen to them, and you're going to help guide them with what they need. So
that's so good. Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like you mentioned earlier that, I mean, it's harder to, you're going to spend $15 for a few leads that would know, like peptide weight loss or anything like that. And they're going to be super picky and scrutinizing and probably have already found it somewhere else, like it's marketing is like speaking to how people, what they're feeling, and they want to get skinny, like you said.
So I can tell you, because I have data. I mean, we have 300 clinics plus that we're running for, and so we're always testing things. I have a campaign that says trizepatide, and it costs me $10 a lead for a trizepatide lead. I'm just using that number. A skinny shot lead is $2. So that means I can get 5 people to raise their hand and say, I want help, or 1. Now, yes, it says trizepatide. And even then, because you give the medication, now what that person's probably done is if they've heard about it, they've probably already spoken to another clinic and they know what it costs there, and they're going to call you. And so they're going to go, what is your semaglutide program? Oh, that's too expensive. And they're going to hang up.
Yep.
So this is why I also want them in. Like, you guys have a very unique atmosphere and style to your clinic. So I know that I'll get them into you and they can meet someone and talk to that person and experience it. That's what I want. And so I don't care what that is. And that could be, this would be the same difference if you did $1 wellness treatments and did $1 cryo. I don't care what it is. It's if you go to Costco, does anyone ever go to Costco and only buy a $5 rotisserie chicken or a hot dog? Like, they use that to bring people in, but you go there and then you get something else. And so it's the same thing. It's here is we're just getting them in and then we're going to wow them with everything else. So you have to wow them with what they think they want. And then it is your job, once they're there, once they've agreed to work with you, you're going to educate them more. And so that's really the trick. And that's the obligation you guys have is in the non-insurance space. If you're medical providers, you are educators as well.
Yep. Absolutely. Good point. Perfect. And then remind me about the weekly calls. I should have Brianna and Stephanie on there. I mean, are they ever recorded? Because I feel like almost the whole team should be watching those. So you're just so good at around mindset and marketing.
So Tuesdays, Thursdays at 11 CST. And it's mostly me. Occasionally I'll have someone hop in and help out with that. They are recorded and put into our Facebook group, but like literally we're using Loom right now. But I did a whole training on using Loom today in your business because I use this for everything. So so they're Tuesdays, Thursdays, 11 p.m. CST.